The moment the magic stopped. We knew that somehow our love was becoming forbidden. And for one simple reason, she was Serbian and I was Croatian. Our world was coming to an end. Suddenly there was a barricades across Croatia. Religion was dividing and separating cities from the suburbs. The mood amongst the people became very tense. It was Serbs versus Croatians. A Croatian independent versus the rest of Yugoslavia. I felt like I was going to die if I didn't see her. We kept talking to each other through the letters. We wrote on daily basis, often several letters a day. We knew somehow our love was becoming forbidden. And for one simple reason, she was a Serbian and I was Croatian. Her parents did everything they could do to slow down our communication. Suddenly, I couldn't reach her on the phone at her uncle's place. I remember speaking to my parents about the future. My father, he was a big nationalist. He knew we needed to stand up and defend democracy. We needed independence. Nothing else was important to him. One afternoon, I picked up the phone and called her uncle. He told me, wait, and call again in 30 minutes. So I did, and when she answered the phone, I just felt the summer had become brighter and warmer. I asked her, what's happening? Please tell me what's going on. I haven't been able to reach you for days. You don't reply to my letters anymore. Normally her replies had been arriving in just 2 days. She started crying and told me she was going to leave her home in a few hours. I hung up the phone and called my friend, who was a bit older than me. Can you drive me? I asked. We drove like a maniacs in some old car. I thought the car was going to explode. It was so old, it was falling apart. I stepped up to her front door and her stepfather came down. He stood tall and looked at me straight in the eye, saying, she is not for you. You are a Croatian and you deserve to die. I waited in front of the house. They were packing the car. They were leaving. So we followed them as they left. For some brief moment, I remember thinking, this is going to be our love story. It's just a temporary setback. I could see her in that car, looking out to the back window. I was in the car behind her. Then they crossed the border into Bosnia. I have no petrol anymore, my friend told me. I need to stop now. The last thing I saw was her crying in the car window as they crossed the bridge over the river. My friend told me, don't cry. You know, everything's gonna be okay. Deep down, I knew nothing was going to be okay after this. I came back to my city that evening. My parents were drunk as usual. My mother asked, what is it? And I explained to her. You are idiot. You are moron, she told me. What do you know about love? You don't know about life. And I just said to her, I just love her. I love being with her. I'm happy. My mom just laughed at me. My father added, you are not for each other. She is a Serbian, you're Croatian. I would say to myself, is this like a Romeo and Juliet story? Is it? With everybody telling me she was not for me, I needed to change somehow and say I can't love her anymore. And that was on 3rd of July 1991 after 8 p.m.